ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Amajal Knowles with your Sunday Sports. Well, it was time for soccer yesterday for all the football fanatics at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium as the Bahamas men's soccer team took on the Turks and Caicos in an international friendly, and Team Bahamas not wasting any time scoring its first goal in the opening minute, and that would be a sign of things to come as the Bahamas would win this one in dominating fashion, 6-1.
Well, prior to this game, we spent a week inside Jacksonville, Florida. Everyone came in because in the past results we realized that we weren't in tune as a team and we didn't prepare enough. So everyone came a week early. We did 2 days, and we just took a lot of time to take care of the little small details. And it showed today in the performance. We scored a lot of goals. We defended very well, and we gave the crowd something to be excited about.
It's a good start. It's a good product of what we want to do. We had a good weekend in Jacksonville doing a camp, and I think this is the type of game we look at. And these guys have worked their socks off, putting in the work during the week, and I think that they really appreciate the crowd coming in, and that's an extra boost for them. It has to be done, but again, we have training tomorrow to look at what we did right and what we did wrong and try to fix it. The most important thing is going forward from this, and actually the qualifying game is next week, so we see how that goes.
It's mostly the same game every time we play. It's the mistake we made are what killing us on the games. You can see obviously some of the goals we just give it away, or we made silly mistake and they just go and score. This is the thing that we're trying to fix moving forward. We're trying to improve a lot. Most of the team we lose against, it's not because they create many chances against us, because we just give them the ball and give them the opportunity to score.
Not the type of result we played for. I believe that despite we have lost by 6 goals to 1, we have played some good football in patches. We have managed to concede some soft goals. We have made some unforced errors, which caused us some goal. We have played with a pretty young team. We have introduced about 2 to 3 of our players to international football. So we are in a rebuilding stage, and I believe that the youngsters them who came on the pitch gave it their all, and we really appreciate that. This game it was very important for us to play. It gives me an opportunity to look at all the players to make the adjustments going forward into our next Nations League game against BVI. It was important, and we appreciate the game despite we did not play for this type of results.
Putting on a good performance at the Special Olympics Games in unified soccer, we caught up with the team's captain. Dante Singh tells us more.
Well, we just needed to wake up. We fell asleep on the first half. We've been on the field being sleeping. They took some long shots on us. We wasn't pressing in the middle. However, and that's how they scored their goals. But in the second half, I'm happy to tell the team that they didn't score on us in the second half. I'm happy that we wake up. I'm happy that we got that confidence back, that we can handle these guys. I'm happy that this team knows that the Bahamas can be the best in this group.
And the final sporting event for Police Month in the capital took place at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex yesterday to see which division would secure the crown as the kings and queens of softball. But before the championship game, we caught up with organizer Superintendent Damian Robinson on the importance of the event.
They will be taking on the Orange team, the Support Stallion. As you know, we've been celebrating Police Month from the 1st of March right into today's date. This is our all-day tournament. The purpose of Police Month, the Commissioner of Police, when he came to office, he decided that, hey, his officers, they need to have some socializing, some downtime, so Policeman Month was reinstated. We did it many years ago, but since he came to office, he reinstated it. And it brings back camaraderie amongst the police officers. We know the public is used to seeing us just all business, but today, as you can see, we let our hair down, we're out there, we're getting down and dirty, and we thank the public for their support. Important because it brings back camaraderie. The good thing about this, we have a number of police officers, even though we're all one force, a number of police officers who don't know each other, but when you come down to these various policeman sporting events, the variety concert, you will be able to see an officer who you probably never knew was a police officer. And you, hey, how are you? I'm Officer so-and-so. But this is really good stuff. It's good for networking. It's good for camaraderie.
As for the champs, well, the support staff Stallions would defeat the Transformers headquarters 29-14. In basketball news, playoff action continuing last night in the NPBA. Kicking things off in the opener was the Alive Bucket and the Breezes High Flyers. This one was a back-and-forth contest as the teams would trade buckets throughout, but ultimately it would be the High Flyers who would walk out with a 95-86 win to go up 1-0 in this series.
Well, it was a well hard-fought game. I mean, my guys, we haven't played in about 3 weeks, so, you know, it was a good game. We was a little rusty. We got out to a big lead and got some lapses. They came back. Alive is a hell of a team. They're a hell of a team.
It seems that your players had a bit of trouble with the officiating throughout the game. Emotions kind of got into it. Just tell me a bit about it.
Well, it's not actually emotions, you know. It's just remembering from previous games and situations that is in their mind. You know what I mean? So when something happens and they feel like they ain't getting the benefit of the doubt, and then on the next end it's the same thing and the call is happening, you know, it tends to work on one mind.
Down the stretch, just turnovers and missed free throws. That's what really cost the game. It was in the game. We was in the lead by a certain point, but turnovers. They got plenty of points off turnovers, but brought them back in the game and cost them in the game.
The adjustments you guys plan to make to try knotted up on Wednesday?
Yeah, eliminate turnovers, hit our free throws. They had 1 or 2 second chance shots, but I think our defense did okay, but we still got to fix it up.
And that's been a look at sports on this Sunday. A quick check on weather is up next.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.